Alright guys, massive info for the 1.6 characters. With the beta that just came out, we now have the full kit details of all the characters coming out. We got the kits for Ambi, Trigger, and Pultra. Now this video will feature the Trigger full kit details, and I'll soon cover Pultra right after this video. But for now, let's see what the new S-Rank Trigger is all about as a electric stun character, providing us a very unique style of gameplay that we've never seen before. Very cool character. Let's see what she's all about. We'll go over everything new in this video. And if you guys want more updates like this one on the channel, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already to be kept updated on everything Zenless 24/7. But let's go over all the details. We still have a lot to cover. Now from what I've seen already, she seems to be like a off-field stunner character where she's gonna pair really well with other characters that want to hog all the field time, pretty much like Ambi, so these two will go pretty well together. But pulling up her kit here, starting off with the basic attack. So very long basic attack. Let's see what it's all about. We have the basic attack regular shooting, which is like the basic. Tap to activate, shoot 4 consecutive shots forward. The first 3 shots deal physical damage, with the 4th shot deals electric damage. Now we have the basic attack crouching sniping, which if you've seen the gameplay, it's basically the moves when she goes on the ground and snipes the enemy. Really cool gameplay. And all you have to do to enter this state is hold the basic attack. She will then enter the state called sniping stance and continuously shoot forward, dealing electric damage. While shooting, Trigger will automatically dodge enemy attacks. It can trigger once within 12 seconds. That's pretty cool. So once every 12 seconds, she has like a auto dodge mechanic. And then while shooting, the control stick can be dragged to adjust the character's position in the corresponding direction. Meanwhile, while dodging attacks or moving the direction, just before an attack, perfect dodge will trigger, following by a charge counterattack, dealing electric damage. Now this is nice to see because they basically gave her some countermeasures when she's just sniping on the ground, moving still, which leaves her in a vulnerable state. So she has a way to play around that with the auto dodge and the perfect dodge that will trigger automatically, and then she does a charge counter attack. So really nice to see. Now we have the release state. Release after the final shot, Trigger will withdraw and perform a finishing blow to exit the sniping stance. While continuously shooting and hitting enemies, Trigger will gain a 1 sniping point, and then when the charge counterattack hits an enemy, Trigger will gain 2 sniping points instead. When the finishing blow hits an enemy, Trigger will apply Trigger special attack effect to the whole team, lasting 50 seconds. The duration will not refresh with repeated triggers, and then during this, she will have invincibility. Now we have the basic attack support shooting, which I think is the off-field shooting. Well, let's see what it's called. When call points are sufficient and Trigger is not the currently controlled character, it will be automatically activated. Launch a support shot at the enemy, dealing electric damage as well as accumulating the day's value. This move is an additional attack. The move will have invincibility during activation. So this is the new additional attack mechanic that we've seen with the newest patch of characters. Ambi has additional attacks as well. Now Trigger has them as well. This is completely new. The first characters to have this in the game. Now just from reading the basic attack, I already have a good idea of what she's all about on how you want to play her. You basically want to charge these sniping stacks before switching, and how you do this is you go into the sniping stance while holding the basic attack, and then you do the full rotation of snipes on the enemy until the finishing blow to get as much stack as possible. Once you're full stacks, you switch out and use the bunch of additional attacks for massive damage. So this is how she's going to play out. We also have a few multipliers. Now this is the only multipliers available for her at the moment, which is for the basic attack. We have the multipliers for the basic attack regular shooting, the basic attack crouching sniping, and the basic attack support shooting. So these are all the multipliers that we have right now. But now going straight to the core passive because it's really long. Let's see what it's all about. So the core passive, when Trigger lands a finishing blow during basic attack crouching sniper on an enemy, it will apply the Trigger special attack effect to the entire team. So this is a repeat of what we saw in the basic attack details. It's pretty much the same thing. So the imbalance value caused by Trigger's additional attack increased by 20%. Now during the duration, whenever any character in the team hits an enemy, the target's vulnerability multiplier will increase by 20%. This increases the vulnerability is affected both before and after the enemy enters the imbalanced state. Then here we have during the duration of Trigger's special attack, whenever another character in the team hits an enemy, it will accumulate 1 call point for trigger. This can trigger once per second at most. If the call point are sufficient and trigger is not currently controlled character, basic attack support shooting will automatically be triggered, dealing electric damage to the enemy and accumulating imbalance. When basic attack crouching sniper triggers continuous shooting or charge counter and hits an enemy, trigger will earn sniper points to up to a maximum of 3 points. The call points required for basic attack support shooting will depend on the current sniping points of trigger. So yeah, you want to be accumulating these sniper points first with the basic attack to then trigger the call points. When trigger has either 0, 1, 2, 3 sniper points, the corresponding initial call points required will be 19, 16, 13, 10 points. Each time basic attack support shooting is triggered, the required call points will be further reduced by 2 points up to a maximum of 4 points. At the end of trigger special attack, the sniper points of trigger and the additional reduction effect of call points will be reset. Quite a long one for the core passive. I'm sure once we get the full gameplay of her out, it'll be a lot easier to understand. Now moving on to her additional ability, Energy Release. When there are assault characters or characters of the same faction in the team, this is triggered during the duration of trigger special attack. Trigger's crit rate is increased by 10%, and if trigger's crit rate exceeds 40%, each additional 1% of crit rate will increase the imbalance value caused by additional attacks by 65%, up to a maximum of 4% increase. That might be a mistranslation right there, but we'll see. This is still the early kit early on. This is really not official, just to give us a good look at what we can expect of her for now. But once we get more detailed kit updates, I'll definitely make an update video on that. We don't have much left. We have our chain attack and the special to cover. So the chain attack continues sniping. When chain attack is triggered, select the corresponding character to activate, launch a series of powerful shot forward, dealing massive electric damage. Then we have the finishing move, charge sniping. When the level reaches extreme, tap to activate, launch a powerful shot at the large group of enemies in front, dealing massive electric damage. And they actually provided a few multipliers for the chain attack. So we have the chain attack continuous sniping. The damage multiplier is going to be 1,150%, with the daze 204%. The finishing move, charge sniping, which has a really high multiplier, 4,216%, and the daze multiplier 1,845%. So that is what the multiplier on their ultimate is going to be. The only thing left to cover now is going to be her special. So the special, charge slash, this is the base special, perform a forward charge slash, dealing electric damage. The move has increased resistance to interruption. And then we have the enhanced special attack, aerial shot, which is perform a forward charge slash followed by powerful shot to the ground after jumping, dealing massive electric damage. The move has invincibility, and after the move, the next basic attack, support shooting by trigger, will not consume call points. That is actually useful since you'll be able to use the additional attacks more often. Now lastly, we have some multipliers for the special attack. So the special attack charge slash, the base one, damage multiplier 144%, daze multiplier 107%. Now we have the enhanced special attack aerial shot multiplier, damage 1,452%, daze multiplier 913%, and the energy cost 60 points, which will deplete her energy as you accumulate it. Now, I believe that is all the information that we have on trigger. We don't have the mindscapes yet, but that is fine because the mindscapes early on always change a lot. So it's actually a good thing that we don't have it right now. But yeah, guys, Trigger seems like a very unique character in terms of gameplay and kit. Her kit is really interesting. She relies on the sniping stance to get these stacks, and then you want to switch out of her, which seems to be like she's going to have really high uptime on the switching, which will give a lot of room for characters that want to stay on the field a lot of times. So this character is going to pair really well with Ambi, because Ambi has additional attacks, but it's pretty much while she's on the field. Now for her is when she's off field, so this is really good pairing here. We'll see how they go. But for now, you guys let me know what your initial impressions of this character, about the animations, or the kit overall. Let me know down below. But that is all for this video. If you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe. I'm going to be covering Pultra next. Stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.